Hello and welcome back to a Warlords of Draenor video, and this time we're going to be talking about what is on the tip of everyone's tongues, or, well, the question center of everyone's brain. You know what I mean? When is this damn thing coming out? Well, we have heard some very interesting things from Blizzard. So first of all, they essentially said, and this is paraphrasing, that everything we make from here, like this point now, until the expansion that is for Mists of Pandaria is going to push the expansion back further, and that this is the reason why patch 5.5 has been cancelled. It's gone. Dead. This is very interesting to me, and also when somebody asked sort of roughly wanting dates and things like that, basically Blizzard said they don't know, it's hard to predict, but they said that it's going to come out before people think it will come. Now, this is very, very interesting news to me. So, it will come out before people think it will come. So, in general, Blizzard have released an expansion roughly a year after BlizzCon. So, when people think it would come, could be, say, autumn, it could be early winter, it could be late winter. I don't think it'll be any of these, and Blizzard have essentially said that it won't be any of these. They have ruled out Q4 of 2014. And I believe they have essentially also ruled out Q3 of 2014 in saying that, because just the way they hinted at it, I do believe this is coming out either Q1 or Q2 of 2014. I personally believe that it's going to be Q2. I'd say that we'll go into beta either in, say, I'd say probably January. I think we'll hit the beta in January, we'll beta test for about 3 months, and then the game will start to come out in maybe April, May, June, that sort of period, those 3 months. I think this is really important because what they've done in this BlizzCon, and the overwhelming reaction I've got from people, is that they've done a smashing job, a brilliant job of communicating what they want in this game, and how it's really just being a return to core amazing World of Warcraft. There's been a number of great innovations. They've made items and stuff like that far more interesting with new item systems. They've done so much great work, and wouldn't it just squander it if they waited a full year to actually do this? And this would be a full year with only one patch, maybe patch 5.5, so now that it's cancelled, it's going to be even quicker. At the end of the day, they cannot leave World of Warcraft just, Mists of Pandaria. They can't just leave it as it is for a full year. Hell, they can't really even leave it for more than, I'd say, another 5 months. And even at that, I'd say within the next 2 months, we're going to start hearing solid news, solid beta stuff. Maybe the beta will be within the next few months. What really struck me about looking at this expansion is they had a lot of work done. They had loads of zone previews. They had screenshots of all the different places. They had looks at the different raids. Well, one of the raids. They talked a lot in specific about a lot of different systems. And they had a lot to show us with garrisons. Okay, there was things which perhaps were not fully fleshed out, but from knowing how much these guys are, how fast these guys can work, and the fact that their team has been expanded about 80% from its level 1 or 2 years ago, they can pump out content pretty damn quick. And now that nobody is working on Mists of Pandaria other than, I'd say, hotfixes and that kind of thing, it's just all work on the new expansion. This thing is, in my opinion, coming out within 6 to 7 months. That's personally what I hope, and honestly I hope to be in the beta giving you guys content from day one right up until release, and we'll work my ass off and it'll be great fun. So yes, other things, what we do know is in terms of patch 6.0, I'd say that it's probably going to come out in March, maybe April. I'd say a solid month before the expansion comes out. That is the norm with World of Warcraft expansions, and I think they'll probably continue this trend. That will be a systems patch that will bring us things like the item squish, just various systems like that, some of the class changes. So we'll have some fun playing around with that for a month, and then we'll jump into the expansion itself. In terms of how we get into the expansion, there is going to be a very large Cataclysm-style world event, where we all charge through the Dark Portal on a suicide mission to stop Garrosh's Iron Horde, and then the expansion will take over from there. Now, apparently what happens is that we charge through the Dark Portal, and we're in that place, I think is the jungle that used to then turn into Hellfire. We're in there, and after some shared quests there with Alliance and Horde, we then break off to the Horde being in Frostfire Ridge and the Alliance being in Shadowmoon Valley, with the Horde helping the Frostwolf clan and the Alliance helping the local Draenor. Overall, I cannot wait, and yeah, I'm just going to I'm calling it now, spring 2014 is when it's going to come out. Perhaps sometime later on in a WoW Daily, I'll call a specific date and we can have a bit of fun seeing how accurate it is. But anyway, there's my thoughts on the release date for the expansion. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.